So we'll just have a discussion here. So assume when you are the owner of a large company, can you ensure that those who manage the business are doing a honest job? How can you do that? So the question works like this. If you're owner of a large company, how can you ensure that all those employees are working in favor of the business and they're working for the betterment of the business? So how can you ensure it? Is it possible actually to do it? The answer is yes, you can do it. So we can ensure that the employees of a company are working for the betterment of the company when we can audit or check their work done. So when the employees know that we are going to check their work, then they will do a honest work. Of course, we can't check the entire 100% of their work, because when we have around some 100 employees who are working for 300 days in a year, we can't ensure that all the 100% of their work can be checked, but still we can check a sample of their work. So assume that 100 employees are working for 300 days, we can check 10% of their work to find out how effectively they have done that, and how honestly they have done their work. We can find out that. So based upon the sample of 10%, we can then say that the other 90% of the company is also working for the betterment of the company also. So it is only a sample checking. So audit is nothing but a sample checking based upon which we feel that the entire company is working similar to our sample. But still something is better than nothing. Even though it is only, we are checking only 10% of a company, still at least we have checked something rather than not checking nothing. Okay, so audit is something like it is something better than nothing. So once we do an audit, okay, what kind of an impact will it will have on the employees behavior? Audit will ensure that employees are under a constant feeling that any wrongdoing by them will be found out in an audit. So they have this feeling that any wrongdoing, error or mistake can be found out in an audit. So they try to prevent these kinds of mistakes, problems and errors. Okay, so they are under a constant feeling here. So that ensures the employees work in a much more better manner. So this is what audit is, and this is how audit's impact is on the employee behavior. So now we will see a formal meaning of what is auditing. So this picture actually summarizes how the auditing works. So there's someone scrutinizing the records on paper, there's someone scrutinizing the records on the system, there's someone getting interview and statements from a employee, and there's also someone who searches the records to find out something. So an audit is a systematic and independent examination of books, accounts, statutory records, documents, vouchers of an organization. So number one, it is a systematic process. So if you are going to conduct an audit in a company, you have to separately have a set of people to do it, a separate time in which we have to do it. Okay, so what are we going to check? We are going to check the books, accounts, records, documents and vouchers. So it is about the checking process. Okay, after the work has done, we are just trying to ensure whether things have worked according to the process or regulations. So also it is an independent examination. So usually these auditing things don't come under the CEO, because we are trying to also check the CEO whether he is a dishonest person, like that. So the mistake can happen at any level. It can happen at the higher level, middle level or lower level. So we are trying to use the auditors to find out whether any error, fraud or mistake has happened. Okay, and we are trying to rectify that. So that's about the auditing here. So we are checking the entire company's records. So what is auditing? To ascertain how far the financial statements as well as non-financial disclosures present a true and fair view of the concern. So auditing also implies that we check from the financial statements viewpoint. So whether the numbers which are given in the financial statements are correct, whether they are true and fair. Okay, so based to know that, we are going for a background check. So assume that we have a number called as inventory in financial statements. How do we know that inventory is something like 1 lakh, which is stated in the financial statement? So to check that, we have to cross verify whether we have inventories worth of 1 lakh in our distribution centers or in our godowns, okay, or in our warehouses. So a auditor has to go to a warehouse, check whether there's goods worth of 1 lakh are present in the warehouse. So he has to check that. He has to check the books of records to find out whether the books are indicating whether there is actually 1 lakh of goods. So the books of records data and the physical data should match. So if both things are matching, then it is the system is working properly. Then that 1 lakh is actually verified in the financial statement. So when this 1 lakh in the financial statements as inventory is verified, it means that the number is true and fair. Like that, each and every number in the financial statement has to be checked. Okay. So it also attempts to ensure that the books of accounts are properly maintained by the concern as required by law. So the auditing also ensures that whether the physical books of records are like kept properly. Okay. So this is what auditing is. So auditing also helps in complying. So as there's laws, requirements, rules, standards, governance, regulations, policies which require that accounting has to be done in a particular manner, auditing ensures that whether that accounting has been done according to these requirements.
So if you guys really like the video, put a like for us and share it with your friends who might find it useful. So if you guys have any queries or questions, post it in the comment section. We'll be like happy to answer them. If you guys have any other ideas for further videos, you can put it in the comment section. We'll be like creating a new video on that topic also. So thank you guys. We'll meet in the next video.